Good evening, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So we got another Sunday coaching series. As I was telling on Instagram on here, we just went live, but we talked about potentially rescheduling tonight's call, being a day before Memorial Day holiday. No can do. Sundays, 8 p.m. EST time. I am here. I am live. No excuses. That's all there is to it. If we're traveling, we're doing some big events, etc. That's one thing. But for those people that cannot join us on here tonight because they're enjoying the weekend, you can catch the replay come tomorrow morning or later during the week because it will be uploaded into our YouTube. So now tonight's topic I am going to hold off for next weekend, and there's reasons behind it. Stay towards the end. We're going to make this call tonight a little shorter. But we do have some events that are coming up as well that all of you should definitely check into. But hopefully you can join us live, but if not, virtual as well. So for tonight, I want to make a little something different. We haven't done this in a while. I haven't posted some of this in a while, and that's motivation. Everybody needs a little bit of motivation, okay? But a big misconception that you get about, I got to be motivated. I couldn't do this today. I couldn't get into that today because I wasn't motivated. Motivation comes and goes. You do not depend on motivation to get up and do something, right? That's based upon you. Now, whenever you get motivated, well, that's just a bonus on top of all. I was already going to do it anyway, but the fact that I got up a little motivated today, well, that's just going to help me get it done a little faster. So, but discourage motivation. Let's talk about a few of those things here. So, not being good enough. I can't tell you how many people, how many investors, and a lot of those investors don't end up investing because they never feel like they're good enough. That's called overthinking, by the way. Okay. I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have, the second you start telling your brain, you start telling yourself, I don't have this, I don't have that, you are triggering the idea that you're not good enough. So it's no wonder that you doubt yourself and you never actually take action. Or worse yet, you listen to other people. Somebody else tells you you can't do this, because of that, and you listened. When I got started 7 years ago, I had nothing but a vision in my head. I talked about mobile homes, trailers, trailer parks, and people would look with this frown of it was almost as if I was speaking alien to them. What are you talking about? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? A vision, a goal, a desire is put in you for a reason. Only a few people are going to understand it. And when we talk about mobile home investing, a lot of people see somebody else getting into mobile home investing. They see that almost as a fear of a competitor coming into the field. I don't look at another mobile home investor as a fear of anything, for one, but as a competitor. I look at this individual, he or she, as somebody else I can do business with. Yes, somebody else I can actually talk business with. I can visit local RIAs, meetups, events, whatever. Even to this day, if you start talking about mobile home investing, it's very rare. There's a stigma, right? We don't know what you're talking about. So anybody that comes into this field could be somebody else you can actually do business, but you got to know how to work that in itself. Okay. But, for those of you joining us on Instagram, I know it's Sunday, pre-Memorial Day weekend, happy holiday. We'll be posting a lot based on that tomorrow as well. Maybe some specials, or, we never know. But we're going to make this coaching tonight a little short, and we're basing it on more so motivation. Motivation to those of you that feel like you're not good enough. Okay. Here's some of the things I hear when people tell me I'm not good enough. That's really what they're telling me. Okay. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the knowledge to do this, to do that. Okay. I've never done a deal before. Okay. Goes with the not the knowledge as well. I don't have a degree. That one just makes me cringe. I don't have a degree. Please tell me what school system or college system teaches you about mobile home investing, because I love to attend. I love to visit. Hey, maybe I'll learn something I haven't learned yet out in the real life where real education actually happens. Mark Twain has a saying that he said many, many years ago. He said, I never allowed school to get in front of my education. What was he referring to? Schooling system. I don't knock it, is what it is. Okay. But I'm not trying to be a teacher. I'm not trying to be a doctor or a dentist. I'm trying to create financial freedom, right? I don't live paycheck to paycheck with the W-2, and I'm not talking bad about anybody, okay? But the schooling system will not determine whether I can create something of myself or not. That's a vision within yourself that only you, again, okay? Have a vision and run it by your friends, by your loved ones, by your family. See what kind of reaction you get. I assure you, and I hope I'm wrong, it is not going to be a positive one. A lot of people around you don't want to see you doing better than them. That's a whole nother issue. We could have talking points on this here. Most people are not going to understand your vision, but somehow they want to tell you why you shouldn't do it. That was me getting started. I wanted to look into real estate, houses, mobile homes. I wanted to finance. I wanted to create this, and I would run it by people because I wanted to see what kind of intake. I cannot think of one individual that had something positive to say. Maybe even I don't really know what you're talking about, but you know what? If you think that's going to work, have at it. It was always, no, 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 you don't want to get into this. No, I know so and so down the street, he embarked in this, it didn't work, and he got into debt, and he's horrible. He's got a divorce. You don't need none of that. None of that is positive. I need positivity. Okay. And that's what people need. And you need to stop listening to people. One thing about it is I believe in learning. Okay. I do learn. I educate myself. I have coaches. I have mentors. The highest paid coaches and mentors have other coaches, other mentors. So that just kind of tells you something. But I like to learn from people that have been there, done that, and still going. Okay. When it comes to, and I know I'm going to get comments out of this one here. When it comes to teachers, okay, a teacher teaches out of a book. Okay. They teach out of a book. A mentor coaches and mentors you based on the life experiences that they've gone through and they learned as they acquire this. That's why you need a coach. That's why you need a mentor because they're going to save you time. They're going to save you headaches. Okay. I've been asked many, many times, Jay, if you could go back 7 years ago when you first got started, what would you do different? Get a coach or get a mentor. A lot of people are amazed by the success I've had the first year. I'm not because I look back and I see all the struggles, all the headaches, all the time, and even all the money that I wasted. Should I just gotten a coach or mentor, he or she would have avoided me with all that. You know, a coach and a mentor is not going to do this for you, but they're going to teach you because they've been there. They're going to say, no, no, no. Here's what happens. When we did this here back then, here's what we had to go by. It didn't work out. Let's try something a little differently because of this. Again, real life experiences is that's what you got to learn. Teachers can't do that. Everyday people can't do that. And if somebody's telling you why you shouldn't do something and they have no success, why are you listening? Well, why are you listening to somebody that hasn't even gotten off the sideline and taken some type of action to say, here, let me try this out with you? Okay. Or let me engage in this and see what comes out. I don't believe in failure. I believe failure can be the best teacher as long as you don't keep doing the same failure over and over again. If you fail one time, and I could be lying to you if I said that I've never failed on a mobile home deal, on an investment, on a rehab, etc. But those failures are what has taught me the most because now when I go to the next deal, okay, last time that didn't work out so well. So why don't we approach it this way? You see how you're learning. You get a little better and a little better. And with every deal, you get a little bit better. With every deal, with every step of action, you get a little more confident. And that's what happens when you take action. People that tell me I don't have the knowledge, I've never done a deal, you're never going to have knowledge. You're never going to have a deal because you're still sitting on the sidelines, wondering, hoping, and wishing. And worst of all, telling yourself you're not good enough. Okay. Confidence comes from doing, from taking action. Okay. Motivation, back to that. Motivation comes and goes. If motivation is there, awesome. I'll take it. If it's not, wasn't really counting on it. Okay. That's just the way that it works. So, okay. Degrees. You do not need degrees to get into this business. Okay. You do not need a high school diploma to get into this business. There are not enough entrepreneurs in the world. That's a fact. There's not enough affordability housing in America. That's a fact. There's not enough rehabbers. That's a fact. I can keep on going. There's a need and demand. And when you think of any business, how do I make a business thrive? I got to look for things that are actually needed. Start with those. There's a demand for that. Okay. Is there a need for mobile homes in my area, my markets? Look it up. I can almost tell you right now, yes, there is, but it depends where you're at as well. Okay. Look for those. And if not, go to the next county, go to the next area, go to the next market, figure this out. And sometimes it just means you raising your hand, visit some of these local RIAs, meetups, join our channel. And I'm not the only channel on YouTube. Again, I don't have competition. I could name other coaches and mentors that are doing the exact same thing as I am. I have a connection with all of them. Okay. I connect with them. We talk on a regular basis. We run stuff by each other. Maybe you don't know that. There's some secrets we're tossing out there. Yes, Jay, hey, what do you think about this and that? And I'm talking about some big investors. I'm okay with that because I need help. And when I do, I'm going to reach out. Okay. 7 years ago, I was an introvert. I didn't believe in asking, raising my hand and asking for anything. And I also believe in I can do it better. Somehow I've never done it, but I figured that I can figure it out and I can do it better. Wrong, big time wrong. Those are what cost me the biggest asset in this world, which is called time. Okay. You don't get time back. When you waste money, you lose on a deal. That's one thing. You can get that back and multiply. But once you lose that time, that's it. Now what? You're a little bit older. Now you lost on that. You could have done better. Should you just slow down a little bit, took a step back and asked, right? Let's see. So good on time. I'm talking about motivation. I'm talking about no degrees needed. Okay. I don't have a degree, by the way. Well, I lie. I actually do have a degree. Growing up through school, I failed at everything. When you start failing at something, it's almost like the other way around. When you start becoming successful and you succeed at one thing, little wins turns into little bigger wins, bigger wins, and then you're winning and winning. And it's almost like momentum. You're building momentum. Momentum also happens the other way around. If you don't believe in yourself, if you doubt yourself, and you're constantly on the sideline worrying about what may happen, most of those thoughts of what may happen never happen, by the way. What ifs, I can name hundreds of what ifs that never came to pass, just a waste of energy. But I failed every class. Math, science. I can't even remember what classes were there. History should stay history. I'm going to get some comments out of this coaching tonight for sure. Teachers are going to hit me up. Jay, we don't appreciate this. I heard that before. Okay. Uh, but I failed everything. I think I failed every class but PE and lunch. I didn't fail lunch. I was at lunch early every day. Breakfast sometimes too. I was there early and on time. I stayed there the whole time. PE, I've always liked fitness. I'm into fitness for some of you that follow that. We'll have some updates on that as well. So it's almost like, I got a PhD on failing. I failed everything there is to fail in life. But I also have a master's in getting back up and keep on going. And that's what you got to do when you fail. You never really truly lose unless you stay down. I believe in it. And unless in the motivation. It's not always easy to say, let me keep going. But keeping going is how you keep going and thriving. You keep learning. And then you look back at some of these things that you thought, how will I get out of this? Something drastic happened in my life. And I'm stuck here. That's it. That's it for me. I guess you're going to live there permanently if you're talking that way. But then you get up and you keep going and you look back, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't so bad. Well, looking back now, and those teach you because now when I come into a new event of failure, whatever it may be, so maybe a hard task coming ahead, I've challenged myself enough to I can handle this. I don't know how. I got to figure it out. I got to think. Maybe I got to reach out to some coaches, some mentors. But in my mind, this too shall pass. Okay, you got to be confident. That confidence comes within. Confidence comes within knowledge, within engaging, within taking action, and within winning after failures. Okay. Not a whole lot for mobile home investing this evening. I said I was going to make this coaching short. It was more motivation. We used to make a lot of this motivation videos in the past. I don't know why I stopped. Looking back, I don't know. If you enjoy this, drop a comment. Instagram, you can drop a comment as well, and we'll start creating more of these, some shorts, some reels. We got a whole new series. I can't talk about it just yet on YouTube, but that one is going to be something within some motivation, a lot of insight, raw footage, a lot of stuff that, when I hear a lot of these mobile home investors and real estate investors, they're all talking about profits and NOIs and ROIs and success and monies and cars and boats and etc. Why don't you tell me about some of them failures? Because I know they're there. If you got X amount of deals, X amount of investments, you got failures. There's no way around that. Okay. Think about that individual that learns how to ride a bike. Sure, a child. Okay. That child learned to ride that bike and he never failed. He never failed. I mean, he started doing wheelies from day number one. No such thing. He had to bust his rear. He had to get back on. Okay. And he kept on going. And look at him now doing them wheelies, right? That's how that works. That's how success happens. Fail, fail, fail. And then there it is. the breakthrough, as Tony Robbins would say. So we got that series coming. I can't talk too much about that. Give us about 2 more weeks. You'll see it on YouTube, and it's on raw footage edits, behind the scenes of things that people don't want to talk about. And when I say people, I'm talking about mobile home investors. You're going to hear a lot of insight stories, investors that are going to come on this cast, and we're going to be talking about that. So stay tuned for that. But next event coming up, June 10th, we're going to be in Ball Ground, Georgia. That's North Georgia. I think it's within distance of Dalton, Georgia. Y'all can look it up. Ball Ground, Georgia. And if you're trying to get into mobile home investing, even if you're not ready, here's the thing about these events that we have and why they are so wonderful of events. So I think, regardless of what level of investing you are in, okay, you are continually putting yourself in a room of like-minded people. Now, you learn that when it comes to success and motivation, like we were talking about, but what if you could narrow that down even more? What if I could be in a room full of like-minded people that are also investing in the specific thing that I am myself? That's what these events are about. When we get this shadow, the meetups, the RIAs that we are putting a group of people that are all investing in mobile homes. Some are doing parks, some are doing wholesale, some are doing flips, some are doing mobile home and land packages, which is what we're going to learn come June 10th. Private land. These are not community parks. These are not pads. It's going to be private land with mobile homes put on it. That's what we're going to be learning. June 10th in Ball Ground, Georgia. We're going to be with an investor friend and investor partner, phenomenal guy, Mr. Robert Bogino, which we had a podcast this Saturday, by the way, Saturday morning. Go back to our YouTube, check out that. It's recorded. We went all over some of the topics that we're going to cover, some insights. But again, some of you are thinking, I'm not ready for that yet. I don't have the money. Stop telling yourself what you don't have and start telling yourself what you will become in this business. Maybe you'll stumble up onto maybe some land. What if you stumble on somebody selling some land that is zoned for mobile homes? Could you put it on a contract, wholesale it, have no money out of pocket, and make a profit that way? You see, you can do these things. What about somebody giving a mobile home away for free as long as you can move it? I know you've seen some of those ads out there if you stick around long enough on Craigslist, Facebook. Well, that free mobile home could mean you picking up the title and you finding somebody with a piece of land and saying, hey, I have a mobile home down the street. I'll let it go for 10,000. 10,000 on a free mobile home. Okay, those are the things that can happen. So anyway, June 10th, join us. Visit GarciaMHU.com. If you want to join us, I know there's limited seats. Send me an email, j@GarciaMHU.com. We'll send you some more information on that. Go check out the podcast. Other than that, we will see you Tuesday, 7 p.m. EST time. Same back channel here live on Instagram, where we're going to be pitching the best off-market mobile home deals. Till then, thank you for watching.